Welcome to this week's vlog. For the first time we're filming it out on location here on the banks of the River Axe, where literally sort of in the last half an hour they've opened the new cycle path between Weston-super-Mare and Breen, which is just a fantastic enhancement to the local tourism offer, and it's really great to see that local authorities on both sides of the river, working with sustainable transport charities, have come together to make this happen, and that the Environment Agency have been so forward-leaning in letting the sluice be opened up for the public to cross. I think it's a great thing to happen. Will be a great addition to our local tourism industry. We've had actually some really good news this week. Clarks have brought 80 jobs back to Somerset, where they've brought manufacturing back on shore to street, and I think A, that's just great news because those are great quality jobs here in Somerset, but B, it reflects a real change in the way that businesses are seeing manufacturing. For the last 20 years perhaps, the aim of businesses, I would argue, has been to get overseas and to access the cheapest possible labour in order to bring down the cost of manufacturing. But increasingly, as we do sort of automated production lines and we're using more artificial intelligence and high-tech machinery, the requirement is for a workforce who are able to sort of maintain and operate that highly technical machinery rather than just worrying about sort of accessing the cheapest type of labour. So maybe these jobs coming back from Clarks is the start of something, and we'll see more manufacturing coming back on shore as more and more manufacturers switch to sort of automation and require a higher skilled workforce. On the other sort of jobs front, the great news is that Charlie Bigham's, who makes sort of nice pies, they have been building a new manufacturing facility at Dulcet. They had an open day this week trying to recruit up to 200 people. I think they've recruited about 100, or they've had interest from about 100 so far. There are lots and lots of jobs available on their website. Again, great news and a real achievement for Mendip actually. You know, I know that we knock our councils quite a lot, but people should make no mistake, Mendip have played an absolute blinder getting Charlie Bigham to come to Mendip District. They have done all sorts of great things in making it possible for him to build his manufacturing facility, and it's fantastic that that's now come to fruition and so many jobs are now available. Last night in Westbury, sub Mendip, I held my first MP in the pub. I wasn't entirely sure what to expect, but in the end we had sort of 30 or 40 people come along and have a drink and sort of talk about all sorts of things, everything from Brexit and school funding and universities and apprenticeships and industrial strategy, all the way down to what type of plastic the recycling people will take away when you put out your recycling bins each week. We will do that now at least once a month. I thought it was a really good thing, and I think the people that were there really enjoyed it too, so we'll definitely do more of that. Up in London this week, and I would love to take credit for this as it was my sort of first week as a PPS in the Department for Transport, but the reality is that these decisions were taken some time ago. But the government has announced a £1 billion fund for bypasses, which starts from sort of 2020, and bids can start going in pretty much from now. That clearly is great news for us when you think about the work we've been doing on the A39 and the A361 at Ashcott, Walton and in Glastonbury, and I hope that we can now work with the Local Enterprise Partnership, Somerset County Council, Mendip and Sedgemoor District Councils to make sure we put in a really good bid to that fund and try and access some cash to build that road and unlock the Mendip economy by making it quicker access from Sedgemoor. Which is a great feeling. I've sort of got to the end of the vlog by just giving you good news. Great news for the Sedgemoor visitor economy down here with what's been opened this morning. Great news for the Mendip economy with some really great quality jobs being created in the district. Over the weekend there's lots going on as well. I'm off to the Pretty Folk Festival tonight, and I'll drop in on the Wedmore Arts Festival tomorrow, but there's lots of stuff going on. If you've got something going on in your community, please let me know and I'll get there if I can. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Thanks.